Hello, good morning, and welcome to DiFebo's in Bethany Beach. We are at the market today. We are doing a demonstration with the one, the only Bob DiFebo. We're very lucky to have him. He's a very humble man who doesn't say he's a chef, but he's the best chef I know. No. Seriously. And the reason why is he was taught the right techniques, which is very important. And we're about to make a seafood pasta, which when I came into the family, it was something that was just memorable to me and gave me warm feelings all over. We have it every year for Christmas as one of the 7 fishes. There's many different variations of what we're going to do today, and we'll talk about it as we go. So without further ado, Bob DiFebo.
Hello, everybody. First we're going to do is a calamari, and I'm going to start it off as a white sauce, which we can leave as a white sauce, or you can do it in red sauce. And it's really a neat dish because what you can do is you can eat this as is, which is I love the calamari with red sauce, or you can add clams, shrimp as you go along. You could kind of like do anything you want, but the calamari is your basic. You know, that's your basic sauce. So what we're going to do, we're going to chop some onions. I don't like my onions, I don't like anything big. What I believe in and what was taught from my mother is that you don't want anything too much. You don't want to pick up a fork and have taste of onion. You don't want to pick up a fork, taste of, sweet peppers or anything that you're adding. So what we're going to do is add a little olive oil into the heated pot. I already put some olive oil in to get it hot. Then we're going to add our onions.
Do you hear that? You have to hear the flavor. It comes to a certain temperature. You want to sear off the onions.
You need to have your oil. You need to have your oil hot, so that'll get started. Next, I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic. Calamari or seafood, I don't believe a lot of garlic. I like a little bit of garlic, but not a lot. So basically, almost we're starting out. If anybody was here last year, it's almost like an IOE. Like you start off with oil, garlic. That's your basic. You know what I mean? So we're putting some, not a lot. I would say probably 1.5 cloves. All right, that would be the best.
You don't want it to overpower the wonderful flavor of the seafood.
So what I got? Yeah. So we're going to just get this started. Maybe a little hard, Jeff.
Yeah. Okay for it. And then seafood stew. French call it bouillabaisse. Italians call it cioppino. Really, believe it or not, started in Washington State, of all places. Italian fishermen came over to the United States, who migrated to Washington. A plethora of seafood was there, so something that they grew up with. They took, they started making it here with all the different seafoods that are offered in the Pacific. And so that's what they started. Seafood stew turned into cioppino, bouillabaisse, all different versions of the
I did, I've gotten some onions. I'm sweating the onions right now. What you don't want to do is get them dark. You want to get them just sweat a little bit.
Translucent, right, is the word.
Now I'm putting a little bit of parsley. And what we do is we try to chop everything up as we go along, you know what I mean? So you have everything, so all you have to do is pull it. I like to put black olives in mine. So just take the
These are oil-cured olives. I think it should be in everybody's pantry. They're just wonderful, full of flavor. So obviously olive oil, black olives is only going to enhance that flavor.
And they'll last. I mean, you buy a jar and, put a little bit of olive oil and, it lasts.
So Bob said earlier that he wants to, start it in a white sauce, which is aglio e olio, garlic and oil, which is very traditional.
We have a trash can.
And yeah, right here.
Oh yeah.
I got you. Don't worry about that. I'm going to bring it over here for you close. Oh, Angie Crowell, who is Bob's sister.
Hello,
and
Angela.
Where is she coming in?
She's
from?
in Tampa.
From Florida, so we're already getting shout outs from
So
Florida.
then we have
Hi, Ange.
we have a cousin from in Italy watching right now. Hi, cuz.
From Abruzzo.
Now I do is
Love that.
I don't tell a lot of people, but I do use anchovy.
Shh, let's scratch that. We don't want to share that with anybody.
Well, a lot of people don't like anchovy, but really and truthfully, it's a shame because it's really a good base.
True words would never spoken.
Right.
People say they don't like anchovy, but they do.
And they have anchovies in so many things, but people don't know it.
Caesar salad, right?
Yeah.
Anchovies are just wonderful,
Little fishies.
salty sea flavor. That just can't. It's a depth of flavor that can't be produced by really much else. So adding that anchovy to the oil is just really depth of flavor. He is building flavor as we speak.
Well, I did already. I already cut the calamari. All right. So everybody, has anybody? I don't have a whole one. I'm sorry. I should have left one. Calamari is a squid with tentacles on it, and this is the tentacles coming out. I should have left one. I apologize. But anyway, the squid's like this, and it comes like this, and it's got wings on it. And it comes through the water like just like that. I wish I had saved one. I really do. But it is what it is. And I already cut it because it takes so darn long to get this. That's why I said if you prep everything before, then you just go ahead and just start throwing stuff in there. It's a lot easier. So the onions, can you see the onions? They're not getting dark or burnt or nothing like that. The only thing they're doing is getting, like he said, translucent. So I'm going to start putting the calamari in.
Just a little bit of water. Hear that flavor? Ah, I love that.
I'll turn this down.
Yep. Just a simmer. Yep.
This takes probably a good hour, probably maybe half an hour to prep it, like at least 2 hours or more to cook it. So what I did, I cooked it last night, just like last week, just to get the whole flavor out of it. So right now we're just doing. Can everybody see that? All right. So it's, only thing we're doing is cooking it. Kind of like steaming it. Next thing I will do is put salt and pepper in.
So same thing, just building layers of flavor, seasoning, and sometimes re-seasoning as you go out through the dish. We'll talk about that when we are plating and adding pasta to our dish.
Lisa put salt and pepper in it as soon as she put the onions in. A lot of times they put salt and pepper in right away like that, they'll burn. It sticks to the bottom. So I like to put it on, as we go along.
Let's go up real high. This way
Yeah.
we can always cut it down if we need to.
So right now we have. Can you give me oh, no.
Yeah, tell me what you need.
I wanted the seafood stock, but we don't have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Calamari, when you first, it's very tender right off the bat, but as you cook it gets start getting tougher. You know what I mean?
Clam juice.
That's why you have to cook it for at least a couple hours. And my onions, they're not burnt. They're just
you do me a favor? Let's just get some boiling
This is
water.
coming along really well.
You can get it from back here and just add a little bit. I need a cup of seafood stock. Get that.
So I keep going back to this pot because I don't want it to burn. So then, what we're going to do right now, I would actually put my tomato sauce in here right now, and that'll be the calamari and sauce, and just cook it, and it's done. But what we're doing, we're going to add
Where'd you go?
shrimp, and we're going to add the clams to it. All right, so
Do you have the stuff, the bouillabaisse? Just bring it over here.
I made these in rings, but you really don't have to put them in rings. You can, we have it both ways. When you have the calamari, you open the calamari up like that, and it's spread out. You take the wings off, and you take, it's a shame I didn't have one. I really apologize to you. There's like a brown skin on it. And all you do is take your thumb and just like that, and it comes right off, right? And then you have all white meat. And then just chop it all the way down instead of being in rings. I took the skin off, and I used it as rings. Only because this way you guys can all have some like that. And even in this one, I did the same thing.
Bob, did you say you needed some seafood stock?
Yeah, seafood stock.
Just
Thank
happen
you
to
very
have
much.
some right here, and I'll have a ladle for you in a second.
That's right. All right. Right here, Jeff.
Yep, got it right here.
Okay.
And then if you need...
Now, you can buy seafood stock anywhere. You know what I mean? It comes... You have to be careful because seafood stock, you buy it dry. It's very salty. It's got to be really careful with it. So whatever you're doing is seafood stock, you got to be careful what you put in sauce.
This is something we recommend.
Oh, there you go.
We just happen to sell it here at the market. It's a really good quality seafood base. They make a lot of different bases. Chicken, veal stock, all the different things. It's concentrated flavor. Oh, it's already smells wonderful. Really nice.
So what I'm going to do is, can everybody see this right now? Okay. Basically, but just a little more seafood stock if I wasn't going to put red stock. This is what we eat. We eat this right now like this. This is just a stew, and believe me when I tell you, it's really, really, really good. And Christmas time we have this like this, and then we have this, red. So now, while that's...
Yeah, so it's two versions of the same sauce. Talking about technique, building flavor, starting it with the garlic and the oil, onions till they're translucent, throw in some oil-cured olives, and then it's really aglio e olio, garlic and oil.
Yeah.
Throw in some seafood stew, and then different, whatever seafood or shellfish that you love.
Today, we're doing a seafood, right? So now I'm going to have my clams. All right. When you're cooking with shrimp, you want to put shrimp in the last. That's the last thing because they cook really fast. You know what I mean? And you don't want to do it. You don't want to overcook them. So any questions anybody has to ask, please do so. No, I'll put my red sauce afterwards. All right?
Yeah. And you will see that we're doing. So all the ingredients are up here. This is another great product that we happen to sell at the market. And we love these brands. And then this is what the product looks like. I hope you can see that. Yeah.
This is a dumb question.
Yes. No such thing.
When you put salt in, is
Yes.
there a difference to putting salt in while you're cooking versus waiting for it to be at the end and then adding salt?
No. Cook it as you cook. You want the salt to cook in with the food. You know what I mean?
Honestly, a great question. I put salt in throughout the dish. Bob started with garlic, oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. Then he added base. I'm going to taste it throughout. Then I'm going to add pasta. I'm adding 10 ounces, whatever pasta you're throwing in there. I'll re-salt and pepper. Taste it again. I might need to add salt and pepper a third time before serving. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's enough. But layering flavors is very important. Depth of flavor is what you're looking for. Also, another great question. So there's iodized salt, there's kosher salt, more or less. I do not use iodized salt for anything. I use kosher salt. I think it's just a cleaner flavor. You have to use a little bit more. Iodized salt is a very concentrated salt flavor. But, and again, I order, when I add salt, a little at a time because you don't want to overpower it. And I always taste the dish as we're going along. Once you've been doing it for 40, 50 years, you kind of get into a little bit of a groove, but still always taste and test.
Now, see what he says. I'm the opposite. I use iodine salt because what it does, it melts. Like when I make my sauce, like if you guys buy my sauce has iodine salt because what happens, it's already crystallized. It goes into the, as I'm cooking, it just disintegrates. You know what I mean? It's gone. It goes right into your thing, which I like. But everybody's different. I mean,
I think when the question was about salt and how it's used, kosher salt versus iodized salt, health implications. I think iodized salt is something I would use for Bob sauce, which cooks for hours at a time. Something like the stew also cooks for hours. I would think it's okay. If I'm doing something fresh and happening now, I would use kosher salt. Health reasons, I would probably half the salt. The difference between a chef and a cook is how much salt they use. A lot of people, if they saw how much I actually put into the sauce, a lot of people gasp. But that's what gives you depth of flavor. Salt and pepper are just one of those basic ingredients that's pretty much in everything that you do as you're building flavors. What are you doing now?
I'm just going to let them.
Oh, I love that idea.
This is what we would eat like at Christmas time. You want to pass that around? That's like a stew, you know, for like Christmas. And then we get a lot of bread and dip it in there. And I mean, that's how we eat it. Now I'm getting ready to. I'll put my shrimp in right now.
What about the tomato? Oh, I love that. So we have some comments coming in from Facebook that it's their favorite dish. I don't know if you know, but sometimes we serve it at the restaurant. It's our Chiappino, Pop-Up's Chiappino. And, you know, what's not to like about this? It's building flavors. There's some wonderful fresh seafood in there.
Can you see that now? Now, I like in my red sauce, when I'm doing this, I like whole tomatoes and a puree. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tomato. I'm going to just crush it in my hand. I did wash my hands, honestly. I did.
Hey, this is the real deal right here. So while Bob is hand crushing your tomatoes for you, I want to talk about things that we have at the restaurant that's coming up. We have a dinner and demo in Rehoboth. We are demoing fresh pasta, how to make pasta, followed by a dinner, and that's Wednesday, the 31st of January from 6 to 8.
Italy. Trips.
Yes. Also Sunday on February 2nd, we're doing a wine dinner in Rehoboth. The menu will reflect foods of Abruzzo, which is where the DiFebo family is from, and where our cousins are watching from now in Italy, which is wonderful. So Abruzzo region wine dinner, it'll usually be 5-6 courses and just absolutely wonderful. Wednesday, February 6th, we have a beer dinner I'm sorry, did I say February? March. March 6th, a beer dinner. Dewey Beer Company is a local beer company from just about 10 miles north of us. They do a wonderful job. We're going to create a 5 or 6 course dinner, match with beers with each course, just like the wine dinner. All tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite. If you're not savvy with that kind of stuff, then give us a call and we'll make sure you get in. What else? What do we only have? Megan, can you help me?
Is
we
there
only
hot
have
pepper
6
on that
tickets
table over there?
left for which event? Oh, okay. So the fresh pasta, we just opened it up earlier this month. We only have 6 tickets left. The idea is to sell everyone today. 6 tickets left for that demo dinner on the 31st. Fresh pasta. Also, what else do we have? We have a wonderful rewards program that we just started at DiFebo's. DiFebo's restaurant, we have 2 restaurants, one in Rehoboth, one in Bethany, and we have our lovely market that you're in now. We started a rewards program. It's absolutely fantastic. If you sign up today, pretty much we need your email address. And once you come in, you get points, and then you turn the points into dollars. You will get 25 points if you sign up today, and only today. It's a little bonus thing that we're running.
What I do is I add a little hot pepper.
Back
Not
to
a
the food.
lot. Not a lot. Just a little
pinch.
bit.
Just
okay?
a pinch.
It's the red flavors.
Oh, my God.
No, that's not a lot.
And this really just kind of releases, a lot of people don't like spicy food. When you taste it, you will, I believe you will find, it's really not spicy at all. It might have a little bit of a bite to it, as they say, but it really adds a depth of flavor that is absolutely wonderful. So we did the crushed tomatoes earlier. Now we're putting in the puree. Again, building flavor by seasoning it. As we go, you can see the clams are starting to open with thyme.
This is really a delicious dish. Believe me when I tell you that.
I believe you.
Now, right now, it's thin, just like last week. It's got to cook. Now, shrimp, they're already done, which is really great.
So for the purpose of this class, which is 30 minutes long, we kind of threw in the shrimp now so you can see it cooked. Normally, the calamari would cook probably once you bring it to a boil, you want to simmer it and let it go for how long, usually, when you do the calamari?
Calamari, just
hour, less, couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 2 hours, let it just slowly simmer. For me, 2 ways to cook calamari. Instantly, flash fried calamari, 30 seconds in hot oil, or 2 hours in a stew. And of course, this is the latter. And then you would add, okay, we're about to eat soon. Then you would add your shrimp, let it gently poach in the red sauce, which is what was done here.
Put that.
If you can, if you can stir that up a little bit, and then show them what's in there.
Right.
This is Bob made this wonderful stew yesterday, or early this morning, I should say, and which you will all get to try. And again, many different versions of this. I hear some people have gluten allergies. We can use gluten-free pasta, regular pasta. You can add whatever seafoods are your favorite seafoods.
That's what's really neat about this. I mean, you can get a piece of rockfish, you know what I mean? You can put rockfish in there. And there's so much you could do with this calamari. Starting as a base, So, we do the same thing with crabs. We have crabs and spaghetti, same thing. But you do the same thing.
The technique.
You take your oil, parsley, garlic, little hot pepper, and everything that we do here, we do with crabs. You steam the crabs, and then all of a sudden you put your tomato sauce in there, and both kinds, and let it just cook. And I'm gonna tell you something. I swear up and down you, it's so delicious. It's unreal. But that's just an Italian, the Italian dish that we have. But anyway, we're going to Jeff. We got he's cooking pasta right now. So while he's cooking the pasta, any questions? Go ahead. Yes. I could take them out, yeah. See, that's what I'll do now because they're in there now. I'll give you the clams and the shrimp and the calamari. So, you know what I mean? Because, and then I'll let that cook, just like we did last week with the, which is, the taste is really good. I mean, I love it. Like I said, really delicious. But, you know, Italian cooking is very easy. I mean, you know, just have some ingredients and it's really easy. Just got to be careful. Garlic, you know, I like a lot of garlic. You know, I had my wife one time. I ate so much garlic one day, she put a thing over her mouth at night, one of them puree things, because I stunk so bad. You know, but that's me. You know. But you know, anything else? Anybody else?
I'm just demoing a plate here. I took some of the finished stew. We'll add some pasta to it. We'll plate it up and let you see what it looks like. Wonderful. So don't forget all those things. Fish, rockfish, you know, striped bass, as it's known in this area, is absolutely wonderful fish for this kind of stew. Think about it. Mussels, obviously clams, which we have in here.
You always want to try to use a white fish when you're doing this. You know, that's the best. Any white fish at all.
That's just beautiful.
Pardon? What? Just like I just did the clams. Take it out? No. No.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Just let it disintegrate, and that's what's good.
But you could never possibly do it as well as we do it. That's why you need to come into the restaurant.
They had, my mom, we used to do black sea bass. It's so local here, it's unbelievable. And she would do the same thing. She would do the onion, the garlic, the parsley, and the oil, right? And then she would put, my mouth is watering. She would put, my father would take the dorsal fin out, right? And then head off, and with the tail, lay the tail on, just put it in there and just let it brown. And then put your tomato sauce on top of that and just cook it like that. And oh my God, the main bone, it just pulls right out like that after it's cooked. It's really, really absolutely delicious. Jeff, what I'm going to do is you hand me the plate, so I'm going to put some shrimp.
Can you grab me a plate from over there? I'm going to plate up one pasta, please.
Where's he at? Where did he go? Listen, what I'm going to do is I'll take a plate.
You got a plate coming?
That's got to cook anyway.
Yeah. You know? So once you have this once it starts to boil, you want to lower the heat a little bit and just gently poach it for a long period of time. We'll wind up, I have a beautiful plate coming. What we'll wind up doing is portioning this out so everybody gets a flavor once we're off air.
You don't have enough.
But I did. I have plenty for
everybody. Do you?
Yep. We made sure. So I always like to put the pasta in the pot, let it absorb some of the flavor of the pasta versus putting pasta at on the plate and then pouring sauce over it. So we're going to, and then you'll garnish it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put some.
That's too much.
Pasta down.
Jimmy?
Oh, it's just a demonstration.
Oh, okay.
All right. We'll add a little bit of red sauce. We'll put some clams on there.
This is the chef. See, I'm the cook. So plated.
That's not true. I learned everything I know. I learned from this guy right here. This is, made with passion, made with generations of lessons.
Can you see that now? That's basically what you're going to sit down and eat. You know what I mean? I can't give you this much because we don't have enough. So we're just going to give you half of that. All right.
You just
set that. Let that. Okay.
So this is what we started with, fresh pasta. Just to, don't forget, every Tuesday, 10 a.m., we have another Facebook Live. We'll be doing something fun and special. Anything to add or anything that we're doing next week? You have to stay tuned and find out. Check us out on Facebook. Watch our website. And enjoy your day.
All right.
All right, let's eat.
Wait, we got to do it.
Thank you, guys.